So here we are mocking up the radiator right now. It's a 1969 Mustang V8 radiator. Since we got the 69 Mustang front accessories on the 351. So basically the hose is sort of holding in position right now. But I need to go get some bolts for the U bracket here, the radiator bracket I guess it is. And then we went ahead and made these adapter brackets, you know, to basically block off the airflow and then hold the radiator in position. So I'll have to locate some holes on that, figure out how to mount that. We got it on both sides here. Of course, this one's not on there, but anyway, we just bent it with a vise. We'll attach some videos on that in a little bit, but I also have to, if we go underneath here, there's basically a gap between the radiator and the front support. I don't know if we can really see that. It's roughly about 1.5 inches. I'm making right now basically just some pads just for the radiator to sit on, even though the hoses hold it in position. This is some sort of flooring material that we had on supply here, and it's basically 3/8 of an inch thick. So I basically just made a biscuit, glued it together. We're pretty close. I'll put a piece of metal shim underneath it, and then I'm probably gonna cut this in half, since these really aren't holding the radiator in position once we get everything mounted, but it'll just be a cushion underneath it just in case vibration and all that. So but yeah, I think that'll work. No one's ever gonna see it, and it's basically a rubberized material of some sort. Let me know what you guys think about that, but we'll keep going here, and have to be drilling some holes and putting some hardware on here.
Yeah, that's pretty good, don't you think?
Let's see. Yeah, I think that'll work for a template.
Okay, so for both, that fits on both sides. Just
And then we
like
can
that.
figure out where to
The other
bend it.
side, we just got to flip it around and go the other way. All right, so that's what we need. And then this top piece, we just got to cut this off. The whole thing, maybe.
All right, so we made our first one over here after the template, the hold down for the radiator. So you can see it's gonna, once we get the bolts and the holes in there, it's gonna attach to the radiator there, and then it's gonna attach to the core support here, basically. So I don't know, I think that's gonna look pretty good. It's got a 69 Mustang radiator in it, but that should block it off pretty well as far as getting air in there. We'll keep going here, we'll get the other side going. So it's always the things you gotta do before you do what you want to do. So this radiator bracket, basically, now I gotta clean that up and get it painted before I even finish mocking up the radiator. That should have been done a long time ago, I know, but it's pretty crusty. We're gonna have to wire brush that pretty good, sand it. And still making some of the shims. Cut a piece of metal out there, and that'll be the bottom of the rubber shims. We'll show that when we get it together. Okay, so since this radiator bracket is basically going to be unseen, covered up mostly, and I ain't going to waste a bunch of time cleaning it up, I went ahead and wire brushed it, and I'm just going to do a Craigslist rebuild on it real quick. And this rust reformer. Oh yeah, looking great. Oh yeah, looks brand new. Anyway, we'll let that dry and do the other side. So here's the bottom radiator biscuits cooking right now. Basically gluing them together. Exactly 1.5 inches is what it came out to be, which is what I needed. So we'll figure that out here. Okay, I got some bolts, so let's have the fun begin here. Okay, we got one side mounted. Let's see what we can do with the other side over here. Okay guys, there it is. It's mostly mounted. I know it's not perfect. Some of the dimensions are slightly off, like this here and this here. We'll have to just cut that down. But this is gonna have to come apart anyway before we paint the car. So I just wanted to give you a general idea. It went together pretty good. I used some sheet metal screws for this part right here right now. But there is some trimming I'm gonna have to do. But here's the, I don't know if you can see them, but the spacers are there and they work. The front splash pan is, I think it might be touching the radiator right now, so I'm gonna have to trim that bracket off down there. But there's plenty of room right there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's just basically made some brackets. It's not totally screwed in perfectly tight, but pretty good for a mock-up. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions or anything. And I went ahead and checked the front bracket here, and if it's fine too, it doesn't touch or anything. So we'll keep you updated. Another thing, fellas, since we're here, don't forget to, when you're making sheet metal things, don't forget to round your edges, because when you're leaning over this area right here, if it's got a point, we might cut this off, but if any of these edges here, it's got a point, you're gonna be wishing you had done that in the future. Just a little PSA for you.
If you like this video, don't forget to comment, like, and share. Thank you.
Hey guys, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. I asked her to say that, but she never listens to me.